Hello, my name is Jamie Burchell, and you are listening to and or watching our podcast called Wormhole Pinball Presents.
Pinball Presents.
Wormhole Pinball Presents.
Today, I'm very, very excited to be joined by two great individuals.
Today, I'm really excited to be joined by a very special guest.
And today, I'm very excited to be joined by two awesome guests all the way from Arizona.
Hi, welcome to the Wormhole. I am Jamie Burchell. Episode 47 is kind of like a filler episode, if you will, for Thanksgiving break.
Yes, the holiday break episode.
And I had Erin Winick Anthony next to me, and we were already here filming, and we said, hey, let's do a quick little podcast to talk about something that recently happened to you that was really, really cool.
Yeah, excited to be back on the podcast again.
Yeah, I know.
Third time? I guess the second time as a guest, and then also some interviews and stuff now. It's been
You're
fun.
becoming a regular.
I love it.
Thank you so much. So a couple of weeks ago, you were on BBC Two Radio.
Yep.
And you were an expert. Well, explain. How did this happen?
Yeah, I was the pinball expert on BBC Radio 2's show Midnight Mastermind, which felt very weird to be called a pinball expert. I think among the normal population, yes. And then when you're among all the people who are like the crazy experts all the time, you're like, okay, sure, let's do this. I'm now the pinball expert here. And yeah, I originally I had been on like BBC's expert list. They were looking for more diverse voices, especially in science and technology. And so I had submitted to this list as like, yeah, I'm happy to talk about space and science and stuff. And by the way, I also do pinball. And they had seen this on the list. And they were like, actually, love the space and science stuff. Let's get back to that. But first, let's hear about the pinball. So yes, I got to be on to talk about that.
And I didn't get to hear it live because I am not good with time zones. But I did get to listen to it in its entirety, and you're going to get to listen to it in its entirety right now as well.
Yes, and so just how this works is this host every day, a little bit after midnight, has a random guest that comes on that's a random expert. He doesn't know what the guest is going to be an expert in.
Cool.
And he gets a length of one song to research this topic, and then the expert gives 3 questions on it, and he sees how he does. And mine was pinball. And I think probably people here are going to think they're relatively easy, but I was trying to keep it for the general public who maybe doesn't play pinball.
Oh, I thought it was great.
Good.
I thought it was just fantastic.
So yeah, that's what this is.
All right. Well, here it is right now. We'll be back right after you hear this awesome segment that Erin was on BBC Radio 2.
Now. Midnight Mastermind.
Yeah, indeed it is. Penultimate one of the week. 2 very different subjects so far. Yesterday and the day before it was...
The documentaries of Louis Theroux.
Gardening names and numbers.
Yeah, Lucy was brilliant. You could just hear from that beautifully slow, measured delivery that she was a gardener. And you can find her being like that on the Gardening Hour on BBC Essex. Now, I have said, because she slid into my DMs earlier, I've said that I would try calling in to say, well, I've got a pH problem with my soil, just to see if I could get through. Anyway, we had a blast. Somehow, I scraped a 2 out of 3, which means I've not even got lower than a 2 so far this week. Let's see what the subject is. We shall say good morning. What is your name?
Hi, I'm Erin Winick Anthony.
Hello, Erin. Where in the world are you?
I'm in Houston, Texas.
Ooh, I love this. Okay, what is your specialist subject this morning?
My specialist subject is pinball.
Ooh, okay. Amazing. Obviously, you got to load up Pinball Wizard for afterwards. Tell me why, not this moment. Let me do some research, and then I'll get you to tell me why we're doing this subject. But I love a pinball machine. It's fading out, which means my time to do any research is now done. So let me shut it down. My 5 things I never knew about pinball webpage I was just using there. Erin is asking me the questions in Houston, Texas. Why are we doing this, Erin? Why this subject? Why pinball?
So I am one of the top 100 women's pinball players in the world.
Oh,
and
I
make a social media series online called Learning to Flip. So I've been sharing my journey of learning to play pinball ever since I was getting last place in pinball tournaments.
Oh, my word. Now, I love pinball. I remember I quit college to go and work as a glass collector. It was going to be my whole new career. I was just going to work as a glass collector for the rest of my life. And I'd go in early and there was an arcade on the way in and there was a pinball machine. And I got all right, to the point where, for a couple of quid, I could play for like an hour. Nice. Where did you get your skills from? Where did you get to the point where you wanted to become one of the top 100 women's pinball players in the world? How did you do this? What was the journey?
Yep. Houston, Texas has a fantastic pinball community, both of people collecting, restoring machines and competing. And I moved here just before COVID, and coming out of that, I was kind of looking for a community. And I've always I went to the diner, with my dad, like our Melv hot dogs in Tampa, Florida, and play an old Funhouse machine, and just kind of decided to bring that back.
So what are the skills then? So obviously you do a series called Learning to Flip. If you were going to tell us just a couple of ways that we can be better at pinball, how would you do that?
A, shoot the flashing stuff. If you don't know what the machine is, usually they're trying to signal you something. Don't be afraid to move the machine a little bit.
To give it a nudge.
Yes. Give it a nudge. And don't just flip. Try to get it under control a little bit.
Yeah. Now, see, I guess that means that when the ball's coming towards you, you try and take the pace off it, so then you nestle it in the crook, don't you?
Exactly. And be able to aim your shot a little better.
Yeah, I do that though, and it'll bounce them back up and go down the middle. Is there like a technical name for that other than a swear word? Because that's what I use.
Yeah, there's a few. You can dead flip, which bounces it from one flipper over to the other. Ooh. You can live catch it, which is like when you flip right when the ball's coming at it to stop it, or you can drop catch and like lower the flipper and try to control it.
Oh,
so
wow.
Yeah, there's a few techniques.
Oh, do you know, like, I have this, at some day in the future, possibly when the kids have moved out, I will, like, turn one of their rooms into an arcade. And I love the idea of having a couple of video game cabinets and a pinball machine. Have you got one in your house?
I do. I have 2 machines downstairs. So
Jealous, Erin. Let me set the mood.
Midnight Mastermind.
3 questions on pinball. We've all played it. We've all loved it at times in our life. Let's go for this. Let's see how I do.
All right. Well, let's see. You now sound more of a pinball expert than I was even anticipating. So let's see. Okay.
I'm very good at making it sound like I know stuff and then getting it all wrong.
Perfect. All right. So your first question. So we mentioned, in competitive pinball, you're encouraged to move machines a little bit in a move called nudging. However, what is it called when you move a pinball machine too much, causing your flippers to shut off and you lose end of ball bonus points?
Ooh, okay. The only thing I can go for is something that I guess comes from traditional sports. That would you call it a foul? Is it called a foul?
It's called a tilt.
Oh, of course it is, because the machine says tilt, doesn't it?
That's exactly it. Yep.
I knew that. Okay. Terrible. You see, Erin? I sounded like I knew what I was doing, and then immediately I got something wrong. So let's go question 2.
Next one. All right. What is the best-selling pinball machine of all time?
I know this one. It's one from the 1990s. I swear I've played this. I swear I've done all right on it. It was one which was made when Bally and Williams got together. It's the Addams Family pinball machine.
Congrats, you got it. Nice job.
Have you played it?
Yes, I have. My local arcade has one.
Oh, what's your top score?
Oh, gosh, I don't know. I think around 100 million on that one.
Oh, my God. Outrageous. Okay, let's go final question.
All right, final question. In many more modern pinball machines, you can lock balls to prepare a multi-ball. What is the most common color for those shots to be lit?
It's either going to be red or green. I'm going to go red.
It's green.
Oh, I can't believe it, which means it's a 1 out of 3.
Oh, you were so close.
Pinball.
So close.
Erin, that was amazing. I love it. I need to watch your YouTube series, obviously, because I need to get better. Remind us what it's called and where we can watch it.
Yeah, you can find me on all the social medias at Erin Winick, and I also do some pinball commentary on Wormhole Pinball, so if you want to see some full tournaments.
What? Hang on. So are they live as well?
Yeah, they'll live stream on Twitch and YouTube.
Oh, my word. Why have I never watched this? When's the next tournament? When can I watch? I need to watch live pinball.
Every Monday, there's a tournament stream, and we have the Houston Arcade Expo coming up in a few weeks, so there'll be some big tournaments coming up in October.
I love this. I absolutely love it. Erin, thank you so much for taking the time. It's been amazing. I had to play a pinball-based song afterwards. Of course, it's The Who.
Of course.
But Erin, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Erin. There we go. 3 questions on pinball. It's a quite pathetic 1 out of 3, but hey, we learned something. Isn't that right, pinball wizards?
How great was that?
Super fun. It's super cool. I'm glad you all get to hear it now too, rather than just the UK at midnight. So
you were on again, right?
Yes, I was on a second time. They went back to the space science thing. They were like,
Okay.
okay, now we did the pinball.
So then they went back to that well.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I was on and I quizzed a different host, a guest host on microgravity. So that was a lot of fun.
I don't know if this podcast would appreciate that.
Oh, if you want to hear that, that's on my YouTube channel. So
Well, hey, give a shout out.
yeah, but my YouTube channel is Erin Winick, or all my social medias are at Erin Winick, and I posted that whole segment. So if you want to see me talking about how people fly on parabolic flights in microgravity and what shape are flames in microgravity, that's over there too.
What shape are flames in microgravity?
Oh, people have to listen to.
Oh, all right. Because I would like to know that.
I'll tell you afterwards, but I'm making everyone have to go look at my YouTube.
No, good
channel,
move.
so
That's
that-
good move. That's why you're the best. Absolutely. So what do we have coming up in the wormhole? We have a pretty big announcement. Let's see, soon. In fact, that's next week, isn't
I think
it?
so. Yeah.
Because when we're filming, yeah.
Okay. So stay tuned. Really big thing coming.
So if you're not following us on the wormhole, please follow us. Set that little bell so that you know when the new podcast comes out, because this one is a big one.
Yeah, for sure.
And you're going to be on this one.
I might be back again. So hope y'all aren't tired.
You
of
will
hearing
be
me.
back
Yeah.
again for this one. So
Yeah.
that's really awesome. Anything else that you've got going on?
Oh man, I'm hoping to have a fun end of the year here. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. That's what
Yes.
to it. That's what's happening right now. I'm trying to take a little bit of a break. And yeah, then January, I'm looking forward to. I know we're going to have some state championships and stuff coming up. So looking forward to seeing who of all of our wormholers qualify for that, and seeing some commentary from our What's Brewing crew too.
Yeah, and guess who is going to be on that What's Brewing crew commentary team?
Who's it gonna
Yeah,
be?
me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we're very close with What's Brewing in San Antonio, and that's where the Texas State Finals are going to be for both women and men.
Yes.
And they asked me to be a guest commentator.
Amazing. I'm right on the border, so we'll see if I end up qualifying for women. So
I am
maybe
not on the
I'll be
border.
there.
I'm 109th
Well,
in the state of Texas.
I'm not on the border for the main. I'm just for the women's, but I hopefully I make it over there. But that's my main pinball thing coming up that I
Yeah,
have on
awesome.
the radar. So yeah,
And then, of course, we have TPF.
of course.
And
yes.
we're even getting our gear ready. Your friend Brandon,
Yes.
who is just, I call him IT support, but he has a name, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to be really redoing everything.
Yeah. I'm excited to see the
I'm
outcome.
so nervous and so excited because
It's gonna be good.
the rigs themselves, if anyone knows, we finally got them dialed in, and we're going to scrap it and go with something we think is even better.
Yeah.
It's pretty
I
exciting.
know. Get rid of everything that works and try something completely new. But I think it's going to be the right move, and hopefully maybe you'll be a test run, figure out the kinks, and share it with some other people, all the other pinball.
Yeah, I
trainers.
think so. I think, essentially what we're doing is we're making it all into the network, and we're going to be broadcasting into the network, and no more Xsoons, no more transmitters.
And you'll still have your old rigs back.
Sure,
up
the
here,
rig will
too.
be
Yeah.
itself with just the cameras and a major changes.
Yeah, just what they are, but major
You know,
changes. Yeah,
change scares me, but that's
No.
okay.
it's gonna be good.
And that's what we've got coming up
Yeah.
at the Wormhole. So happy Thanksgiving for everyone. Today is Black Friday, so shop well and give your friend a Twitch subscription to us.
Of course,
Of course.
what everyone wants.
And
Yes.
tell them Jamie said so. All right. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon. Have a great Thanksgiving break.
Bye, everyone.